answer the issues that were raised in the petition. So, because just about 30 minutes we'll do. Yes. In fact, I'll finish within 20 minutes also.
So you will try to tell us the name, introduce your...
Yes, I have technical staff here with me.
I can hardly hear you.
22 by Stephen Mutoro, and an attachment which talks of 55 billion. Yes. And it does not have anything more. It has covered everything.
Chair, you are now.
Yeah.
How about the control of budget? Starts her presentation, because it appears to me like...
Just like the honorable member here said, what I've given here is going to be useful.
Then let's go anyway.
Yes, please. Just allow me to go through it. And I'll take very short time. So, I have started my presentation with an introduction of the Office of the Control of Budgets. And I state that this office is established under Article 228 of the Constitution to oversee the implementation of budgets of both national and county governments by authorizing withdrawals under Articles 204, 206, and 207. Such withdrawals are authorized by law. The control of budget is further guided by public finance principles as articulated in Article 201 of the Constitution, which requires that public funds be used prudently and responsibly. So in response to the letter from the clerk dated 1st March, inviting me to make a presentation, I have outlined areas where I look at the following.
How do we come up with the need of an hospital which public participation has been done and it was not captured at that time? So do you see that raising some argument?
Definitely, Honorable Chair. But again, the argument that the hospital had started but it was short of funds, so could still qualify. It wouldn't disqualify them. So this is a matter of law.
Was it an ongoing project?
Yes, it appeared like an ongoing project.
Appeared, not
Yes, because really that time I didn't go to the ground to see the hospital. They explained that they were short of funds.
Which department was doing the hospital initially?
The same defense.
Defense was doing a level hospital?
Yes.
Where?
Their own. This is their own. It is called the Defense Hospital. It is a unique hospital.
So I thought we can lose track of the very important things. That's why I'm not going the normal way. Or allowing her to go through, then we come back with the...
I'm also wondering, Chair, because this money seems not to be money that ordinarily happens into the Ministry of Defense. It only happens suddenly when the control of budget makes a query. Then money suddenly shows up, and this money is some consultancy that the Ministry of Defense has done. So I'm also wondering, Chair, does our Ministry of Defense, does it do business? Does it do business so that it gets paid? So it does business? Because if the Ministry of Defense of Kenya does business so that it gets money, then we need to know. It cannot wait until the control of budget questions where this money is coming from, and then suddenly it is a consultancy. Yeah. So that we don't lose that also.
Does it generate revenue? That is the question.
Exactly. And that how regular is it? Yeah.
I have the constitution with me, and 223A says the amount appropriated for any purpose under the Appropriation Act is insufficient or need has arisen for expenditure. For a purpose for which no amount has been appropriated by the Act. So, you know,
Honorable Chair, like I said, now that we know specifically what you need, we'll go and put together the requisition, everything, and also there are provisions under the PFM, because the PFM now gives us the procedure. How do we determine whether this qualifies or not? The PFM Act and regulations.
And the PFM Act and Constitution, which
is superior all the time, but the PFM guides all financial.
if the PFM Act is not inconsistent with the Constitution, we fall back to the Constitution. So in this case, it seems the PFM Act is not consistent with the Constitution. Because if the PFM has introduced another thing that is unforeseen, need has arisen.
Yes. So I'll show you the letter, for instance, that was written, the reason that they gave. You will see it for yourself.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll support each one of these with the requisition.
And my last question from you.
Yes.
Yeah, I know the Minister of Defense can collect revenue. Any government department can collect revenue. And when they collect revenue, we know the usual procedures.
Yes.
But here, the Minister of Defense collects revenue through a way, the business way, then they follow it through to request for the same to come back.
Yes.
As if it's an name.
Yes.
Don't you see a challenge there?
Chair, that's why I asked a lot of questions as well.
So
I asked a lot of questions.
That was irregular. If I say
it was irregular.
That was, there was some budget corruption. Would that be wrong?
You may not be wrong. You may not be wrong, Honorable Chair.
I will not be wrong.
You will not be wrong.
Yeah, that is okay. And our legal officer. Because we can see clearly which is
irregular.
Yeah, it may actually seem irregular, but I'm just putting myself in the Ministry of Defense.
Whether it's election day, the swearing-in day, I'm releasing money throughout. So for me, transition does not bring a difference. I ask the questions that I expect to ask. For instance, I know that all revenues must be received in the consolidated fund for me to approve. If it is the county, the same thing. I'll tell them the money must be in the county revenue fund before I can process it. So I ask the questions, I'll get answers, and once I get answers and I believe they are within the law, I will approve. So that's why I'm explaining the circumstances under which I approved this. And I have the documentary evidence to that effect. But I don't stop approving at any time. So the Ministry of Defense is not a designated revenue collector. So this was a completely one-off. Number two, the question of unforeseen is really a matter of English, Honorable Chair. When we say a need has arisen, what do we mean? Arisen. Does it mean it is something we knew or something we did not know? Arisen. It has come up. So it means that it is something we did not expect, but has arisen. So, something we did not plan for. That is correct. So, when we are using the word unforeseen, we are saying that it is something we did not plan for. We did not think would happen, but has happened. So that's what we are saying. So when they are making the requisition, they'll say, okay, we had this project, we wanted to do it, we budgeted so much for it, but a need has arisen. We have found out that we need more than what we budgeted. So they will justify the need. But Honorable Chair, and this is where we are going to see that this article is greatly abused. What we see here really cannot be justified. This is what it borders on abuse. It is a very honorable piece of legislation, but there are people who have seen loopholes there, and they utilize those loopholes to do certain things. So let's just be honest about it. Yes.
On the same matter, unforeseen, let me come to your unforeseen. As we understand, this hospital has been under construction for some years.
Yes.
It has been given here that first approval is treasury, and then it's like all she can do is explanations. My colleague there raised a very important question. Her office is there to stop. She's the controller of the budget, the government budget. So that office was created to stop all the nonsense that was going on in treasury. So your question is pertinent. If you see something is not proper, I think what my understanding is that you can stop it. You are the controller of budget. That must come out very clearly. So in all these instances, you had a chance to stop it. I don't want us to have the perception that because treasury has...
Honorable, let's restrain from giving opinions.
No,
asking questions.
Yeah, I was saying is the perception I'm worried about. The correct perception is that that office is there to control the budget,
yes,
which is prepared and presented by the National Treasury. So she comes in between to make the budget, to control that budget. Yeah. I was worried about the perception, Chairman. The perception that if Treasury has done it, then that's the end of the game. No.
Mr. Chairman, from her introductory letter, not here, she said very well that 228.
Chair, if you a quick glance at this and on the highlights, it clearly shows that the control of budget was actually threatened and was forced to sign off these 6 billion shillings, sanction this particular expenditure as being regular, is because of this. And this is not the committee that is going to pass it out, Chair. And I want to ask kindly, Chair, if you just guide us, read this communication so that the public knows what was going on. Because this is theft of public funds, direct.
Let's say, let's keep our cool, not forgetting right. Madam, I really appreciate your demeanor in our arrangement with you. We've interrogated so many people, we've discussed things with so many people, but I like how you played your cool and how you answered the question. So I would kindly request to proceed with that kind of environment. Before me is the next two. You are talking about. I would want to go through it,
Yes.
and I will need your approval whether it is actually the one you are saying.
Yes.
Is that okay?
That's fine, Chair.
So, we are talking of the 1st of April 2022
Yes.
at 7 that 1 PM can read or listen to them. Staff to learn more. 1st of April 2022, 7 that 1 PM, as that is the same time. Uhuru Yatani, evening controller. We are intending to do serve 2 latest end of April. You need to approve this for us immediately. These projects are security related and contractor abandoning site due to non-payment. This extreme urgency, and I may ask both to call you if need be. Mark Boss. Someone? Honorable Lawyer Mark Boss for me. On the same day, 1st April 2022 at 7:02 PM, Uhuru Yatani request for exchequer release and Article 223 of the Constitution to the Presidency of
1 billion.
1 billion. Request for exchequer release under Article 223 of the Constitution to the Presidency of 1 billion. 13th of April 2022 at 4:32 PM, Uhuru Yatani, IMG 20-20413-WA0038, JPEG, file attached. 13th of April 2022 at 4:32 PM. Also mark the time. Uhuru Yatani, IMG 20-20413-WA0038, JPEG, file attached. 13th of April 2022, 4:34 PM. Uhuru Yatani, please help us urgently clear this to enable us deal with the challenges of petroleum. 13th July 2022, 12:47 PM. Dr. Margaret Nyakano, IMG 20-22013, WA0009, JPEG, file attached.
Flow.
What I wanted to get from you
Yes.
is Annex 2 is a document you officially laid before the committee.
Absolutely.
Originating from you.
That is a direct extract from my phone.
Yes.
Yes. WhatsApp.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm a master.
Thank you.
Yeah, can I continue?
Chair, just clarification. Are we
Yes,
still...
the order on the word is, I think the R was up first.
It's okay.
I just have one single question, and my question is, given the circumstances that you are by chance to say yes or no, is there something in the law that makes it difficult for you to say?
Expenditure from the annuity fund.
From the annuity fund. Yes.
Bypassing the committee
Yes.
that is supposed to do that.
Yes.
And the expenditure was also to a road or an infrastructure which did not qualify under the regulations of the annuity fund.
There needed, Chair, there needed to be minutes showing clearly which roads had been picked and why.
Yes.
But that was missing, unfortunately. Yes.
But,
and this one is the one that he was talking about, His Excellency.
But now, under the same circumstances as the telcos one, you found yourself approving it after
Yes.
the CS had approved.
Yes. Under duress.
Under duress.
Yes.
Very unfortunate.
And Chair, I would also like the permission. I'm interested to know, because the annuity fund is known and actually thought in this parliament that there exists